It is Monday. This is the Spaniard keeping it tight from BlackSheep Bravo. It is Monday, March 19th, and it means only one thing. It's Monday Motivation with Ogre. So give it away. Well, give it away. We're going to take it right over to Ogre. Give it away now. So yeah.
Give it away.
What's up,
now.
Ogre?
Nothing. I want to change. I want to change my name of my house.
Name of your house is no longer Ogre Stately Manor. What is it now?
Stately Ogre Manor. I think it might. I'm working with something with the Ogre compound. I want to get compound. I think a compound. I don't know. It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. Yeah. It's close. Every time I hear the word compound, I always think of warts because of that compound W.
W.
That word compound just ruins everything for me now. Every time I hear that word. So, yeah, man, it feels like a Monday, doesn't it?
Oh, you ain't kidding.
I've been dragging ass all day.
I had to put signs up on my door and tell them I was doing fake work and trying to sit there and stare at the wall, watch the hours tick by.
That sucks, especially when you're really waiting for those minutes to go by, and sometimes it seems it's going backwards.
My number two is burning vacation days.
Yeah.
So I can't up and leave because there's nobody there to mind the store. So I got to hang out there till the very earliest that I could cut out. It's not like none of this leaving at like 3. Well, see you. All right, you're in charge. Anything happens, call me.
Yeah, no, those are nice. Those are nice times. So, do you get to do that a lot when you have all your full staff there? Or?
Yeah. I mean, it's not. They tend to frown on it if you're coming in at like 9 and leaving at 1:30. The bosses, they got phones and emails and crap, and they're like, "Are you in your car already?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm out on the road. I'm coming back from a customer meeting, going back to the base." And it's like, fuck you. I'm on 355 South. Leave me alone.
Yeah. It's hard to hide nowadays, man, because now they could track you. Now you can't. It's hard to fuck off. It's like what the hell were we watching the other day? We were watching some like Pulp Fiction. We were watching Pulp Fiction the other night. It was Friday night. It was after the show. We were just kind of chilling, and we were just thinking about how times have changed just from that movie to now. Like you couldn't get away with most of that shit anymore.
Where they're calling, they had to call the wolf, and he's calling from the phone and the landline in the bedroom.
Yeah, like come on, man. Now it's all line. You don't have to worry about that. You can just click and boom, there you go, body taken care of.
I remember complaining in the Navy about them having an on-call beeper from our little division.
Yeah.
The guys had to take the beeper home on the off days, and you're off watch, but you're on call. You got the beeper. Yeah. It's like beeper, man. And then I delivered pizza. I delivered pizza too to make ends meet with my wife and 400 kids that I had when I was married the first time when I was in the Navy. And I remember delivering pizzas, and a guy, one of the cool kids there, one of the locals, he wasn't in the service. He's making fun of, where'd you get that garage door opener? Nice beeper. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, your tax dollars. Shut the hell up.
Man, so you delivered pizzas, man. In the town in Tennessee? Was this Tennessee?
No. This was in Virginia Beach.
Oh, so that's a little better.
Yeah, I was in Millington, Tennessee for about 4 months or so for training, and I went from Tennessee to Virginia, Dam Neck, Virginia, and then I was at Norfolk, the big base.
There you go, the big boy base.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
All the
so
brass.
What's on the docket tonight here? What do you got? What's on your mind this week?
Well, where's 00 when I need him?
No shit.
Wait a second, man. For Christ's sake, yes, I know. I need a new fan on my thing.
I'm telling you, the hamsters are getting tired, man. You got to replace those hamsters in your computer.
Anybody wants to stroke me a check to buy a new laptop, it'll be taken care of post haste.
There you go.
It's
taking
it
donations.
Still works. Give me a break. I got to get it fancy. I got to put the microphone on the other side. Everybody just wants to bitch. Everybody complains. That's all I hear.
Hey, that's not me this time. That's our engineer, our behind-the-scenes engineer. We're starting to move up.
Who's that? Is that our engineer?
That's our engineer telling us about your
Lee Ho folk. No, that's Warren Zevon, isn't it? He was looking for a place called Lee Ho folks.
Something like that. I didn't get that.
Get a big some of those dish of lyrics. Beef chow mein.
Yeah.
Anyway, now I got wires all over the area you can't see. Rotten sons of bitches.
That's okay. Nobody needs to see that.
Anyway, I need Double O here to do some. I had do some translating for me. That was sign language.
Sign language. There you go. I was going to say sign language.
I had the bottom bitch was over this weekend. Hole number one. That's
okay.
Bottom bitch is the top whore in a stable.
Oh, I see. Okay, good. Okay, good to clarify, because sometimes a lot of people don't know what that lingo is.
All my clarifications there for you. So a number one hoe was over, and I'm a little upset at the game of Scrabble.
Oh no! Why Scrabble? Yes. What happened?
All right. I didn't play. We weren't a big Scrabble family when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Because I got the big cartoon bug eyes that came out and said, "You never played Scrabble?" I'm like, I never fucking played Scrabble. What do you want? What do you want from me? You ever played Axis and Allies or Squad Leader? So no, that was the argument that we were having. So
I know, but those are good games though.
So a number one there has her iPad or whatever the fuck it is. Notepad or whatever without a loud fan on it, and it's got Scrabble. So we're playing Scrabble, and I'm like, okay, you make fucking words, no problem. Nobody told me about all the if you get a blank tile, you could be any letter. I thought a blank tile meant you were fucked, and you don't get any. You can't use any letters. For that.
Yeah, no, that's gameplay, man.
I'm sitting there, I had 3 blank tiles, and I'm like, this ain't fucking fair. I can't make any words. Then I'm making words like what I have, like it or something, and she's like, you can't make anything better than thinking I'm like some kind of fucking moron. And I'm looking, and I got 4 E's and an A. Fucking word you want me to make? I don't think that's gonna pass cut mustard.
This was electronic. This was
electronic. So you
can't cheat.
And then, I think you can. There are ways I was trying, but then I didn't want to be too bogus. But then there's you could just take letters on, because if you're playing on a board, apparently as was explained to me, if you're playing on a board, you can't just put tiles down, because then somebody I can challenge and we get a dictionary and yay. But if you're playing on the iPad or whatever the hell it is, and you just put letters on there and press play plus advance, if it's a fucking word that nobody knows, Gubungus or some bullshit, those words that they get in the script spelling bee, you don't know those fucking words. And there were times where I caught her. I'm like, you don't even know what the fuck this word is. She's like, well, it took it, so shut up. I'm like, oh well. Can't argue with that. If it takes, it takes.
You got to try some different apps, man. I got an app you could recommend. It's like Wheel of Fortune, but like the wheel, but instead of the numeric, it's like sex positions. So I think it's called Sex Position Wheel of Sex Positions. Try that app. That's probably a lot more funner.
Probably more funner. Yeah, because then I get all pissed because I'm a big baby and I'm losing, and I'm all mad over nothing, like over a stupid fucking electronic Scrabble game. But that's just me. That's how I am.
That's right.
Speaking of games,
that's how you roll. Speaking of games, real quick, you got a comment from Rob Szymanski. He says this is motivational.
Somebody knew that doesn't get it.
Yeah. Well, enlighten us with what you got to motivate us with tonight. What is again? You already talked about your new place there. Your the name of your new place that you're working on. What else is going on?
Toys R Us is closing.
I know that sucks, man. I know we touched on that on Friday, but that's a stinger, man. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna
for people of a certain age, it's a certain age group. Because I mean, I get to sound like an old fucking geezer now. These kids today, it's when you were like, think back when we were like 8, 9, 10, 12.
Oh yeah,
you're going to Toys R Us. That's a fucking destination. I mean, it's
I had to like do extra chores. You have to have all your A's, your homework done, and then you walk into that store and that smell of plastic and rubber and. Man, that to me the smell of Toys R Us was just.
I mean, they had everything cool. Too. You got bikes, you got shit. You have electronic, you have video games.
I used to love those punching bags filled with sand at the bottom. You would blow it up. Your old man would get blue and pass out from lack of oxygen from blowing those damn things up when you're punching it, and you pop it probably after the third or fourth punch, and there's sand at the bottom. It's still good.
So what beat out? That's that's what I'm wondering is what beat that. Is it just like fucking Amazon and stuff or I mean there aren't any there aren't any other toy store. What are they?
It used to be KB. It used to be a big one.
If you like go downtown or something, you got like the fancy fuck places where like specialty toy stores. This is a special glockenspiel wooden figure from Holland. Who the hell's gonna buy that?
It's a wooden block.
Yeah. Or they go to, what do they got? I hated that one store that they had. It was like the educational toy store.
No, yeah, it wasn't the same, but still, it was still toys. Remember,
I want a rock tumbler.
Bargain Town. Remember Bargain Town?
Oh,
Bargain.
Bargain Town was before Toys R Us was a big
before
one,
Toys R Us. Yeah, I'm going a little way back.
That's going way back. Yeah.
Linda mentioned that, so I just wanted to make sure we pointed out her age.
And my brother was complaining about us being punctual. We might have to change this interactive show. I don't like this.
That's okay.
Toys R Us. That's okay. Let's read some things here. Why aren't you punctual? I don't know, because I'm not. Kiss my ass. You didn't pay for this. Linda, I remember when it was called Bargain Town. Talk about old. Yeah, no shit. Let's see. Amazon. Okay, we touched on that. From bikes to planes to video games. Oh, now he's going to be singing that. Okay, where a kid can be a kid. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Vulture capitalist. Bled the country shot. And Steve's Coke truck full of toys. We forgot about that.
Yeah, remember that. No, but there's another thing. I don't know if Steve's watching, but man, there was Devil Dog sent me a clip earlier or a news article about there was some worms found in some of the water, the Sani water, which is part Coke owns it. So what's going on there, Steve? He's tainting the water. They're tainting the water with worms. Or at least that's what the news report was.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah, what?
Wait 1 second. Hold on. Taking longer than I thought. Oh, it's a trap. Okay, sorry. Just had to do that. I got Return of the Jedi on TNT on mute here. I just had to. It's a trap.
Oh, it's a trap.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We waited 3 seconds just to hear you say it in a very poor, without even the right accent, even.
That's not even. What kind of accent is it? Admiral Akbar.
It's more like it's almost like a Sean Connery. That's
no Admiral
like
Akbar.
Marvel stuff. It's a trap.
It's a little bit like that. Oh, there's my guy Wedge. Wedge Antilles gets a bum rap. But anyway, yeah. So how about the
Toys R Us is out.
Toys R Us is out. You know what else is out?
Claire's.
That's a good. Claire's. I guess if you're a girl, man. Or
that's come on, you used to hang around at River Oaks Mall after you got your pretzel, hanging around Claire's, see who was see with the vulnerable chicks where they were crying after they got their ears pierced, and you were there to console them, because I know I was there. I always had the Orange Julius's standing by. Here you go. Did that
Used
hurt?
to.
Used to. Well, yeah, because they're not around anymore.
Putting out a little post tense there. Past tense. That's what I'm looking for. Post tense. Yeah. Post tense.
That's that Illinois education for you.
Yeah, tense posts. That's the UIC, South Suburban College, and UIC. Rock on.
Yeah, there it is. Rock on, Illinois.
Now, what else is done? What I was going to say was my fucking bracket.
Yeah, so that was going to be one of my questions today.
It's terrible. I got. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 6. I have 6 of the Sweet 16 left.
Oh man!
So if I was still a betting man, I'd probably be kicked out of my house again if I wasn't already. Yeah, that was a rough one. I tell you, that's another thing. That's what sucks about getting old or being fat or whatever.
It's not being able to play basketball again?
No, I never was able to play the first time. Doc, will I ever play the violin again? Sure, with some treatment, I'm sure you'll be fine. Great, I could never play it before. The NCAA tournament went to 64 teams in 1985.
Right.
And if Rob Szymanski is still watching, he will fondly remember those days as the middle of the glorious Reagan years. And since then, since 1985, there's never been a number 16 seed beat a number 1 until this year. So in all my years of watching college basketball and watching this, you think, well, maybe, and you're like, never, whatever. And then Friday night, it finally happens. A shitty 16 seed from, where were they? Remember we were talking about them? UMBC, University of Maryland, Baltimore County, beats the number 1 team in the country, Virginia.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
Guess who's passed out after the first 3 minutes sleeping on his couch?
Yours truly, or was it one of the?
No, that was me. I was wore out after. I was wore out after the show Friday, and after a tough initial game of Scrabble and shoved some pizza down my gullet, the old eyelids were down. I woke up Saturday morning and I was pissed. I turned on the old ESPN there, and it's like, and it happened. Virginia's out, and I'm like, you got to be shitting me.
Yeah, it was intense. Yeah, we were watching a little bit of that, and I think we were flipping through something else. The trophy wife and I.
I guess Loyola was the big darling.
Oh yeah.
What'd she say?
Well, the one thing that she kept focusing on were the cheerleaders, and because they just sat there, and which it is kind of weird. They're so damn close to the players that they really don't have no room to go if they get, if somebody gets tripped or pushed and they get pushed into the cheerleaders. My thing was, okay, well, that's one good point, one good observation. My observation was their arms must be fucking solid, because the whole time they're just doing this and shaking their pom-poms and doing this. Like, their shoulders got to be like fucking, like, just defined, and they're nonstop, man. I mean, it's kind of distractful, because you see them in the corner doing that, and you're like, damn, man, nonstop the whole fucking game they're doing.
Do all them flips and stuff. They're not.
They're on crack or coke, man. To go that whole time, when they're the ones that should be. What do you call it? Drug tested before a tournament to make sure that
I was watching. Speaking of, what else was on Saturday night was the NCAA
Dirty Dancing.
No, the wrestling finals.
Oh, really? Man, see, I like watching wrestling.
See, and watching these. I'm watching these guys, and I'm thinking to myself, it cracks me up that there's guys that are like, I'm a tough guy, and then you see these guys out on the mat, and they're like probably. Even a little tiny weights, these cats are like 125 pounds, 130 pounds, and you're looking at this guy, and you're like, this guy would kick the shit out of me, he'd kick the shit out of you, he'd kick the shit out of everybody that thinks they're tough without even thinking about it. And that's the little guys. I mean, that's not even counting like the guys that are like 195 pounds or like 230 monsters with like not an ounce of fat. And they're that's pretty tough. That's wrestling. Wrestling is a tough sport. That's kind of fun to watch. It's kind of gay, but still, I mean, it's.
Yeah. Rob says he says, I thought cheerleaders were offensive now. So could be.
Rob, bring it down, Rob. This ain't the place to argue that stuff. We're just dicking around here. We just fuck around. And every now and then I'll go off on a rant about Trump, but cheerleaders are fine. I got no problem with cheerleaders. They're not offensive to anybody.
Speaking of cheerleaders,
except Virginia McCaskey.
Oh yeah, that was one. We were talking about this last Friday, and I'm just going to share this a little bit so that people understand what we were talking about. But last week we were talking about flight attendants and how. Yeah, I think we said stewardesses. I said flight attendants, but we were I was just bored one day, and I'm about to go on a flight here pretty soon, so I need to know what to expect. So is this what flight attendants look like nowadays? Because I haven't been to an airport in like 10 years.
I don't think they ever look like that. Maybe the ones sitting in the – I'm pointing like you can see.
Yeah.
Maybe the ones sitting in
here.
The ones sitting in the engine.
Sitting in the engine. Okay, yeah, this one right here. Let's see here.
Okay, that's probably the closest to reality. Really?
Okay. See, that's nice. See, I don't know.
See,
I had this weird.
The ones up above that with their asses no, that's not going to happen. Yeah. You're not going to have a gaggle of Japanese women in their underwear giggling and serving you drinks. They're just no.
Now I know Doc. This is probably the kind of airline he would want to fly. China flight, China Air. Yeah, I don't know, but I guess this is going to be a nice flight for me. I think I'm really going to enjoy this flight that's coming up.
Oh, is this your big trip to Minneapolis or wherever, Prince?
Yeah, I'm going to be appearing at the Hilton.
They're not going to have to land emergency landing at Dubuque to revive you, are they? You're not going to.
I hope not.
You're not going to drop from opioid use, are you?
Oh man, no, I don't know. I'm going to have some kind of tranquilizer on me. But look at this guy. I mean, this guy's a flight attendant.
That's one of the gay guys I was talking about.
So this guy's gay.
Somebody yelled at me about. I'm not. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just, if you're gay, you're gay.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to get a whole crew of male flight attendants, I believe. Yeah. So. But yeah, flight attendants. It is a profession that really you don't hear too much about. They probably go through a lot of shit. So I would love to hear stories of flight attendant stories, or things that go on. We'll have to.
I bet they have fucked up body clocks.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, traveling around and all that,
like jet lag and shit.
Yeah, I could just imagine.
Especially if you're going back and forth to like Korea or something.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, next week I'll be appearing at the Hilton Mall of America Wednesday through Friday. Make sure to catch my show. I'll be doing some at the Copacabana Lounge.
I'll be at the Orange Julius at the Mall of America.
Yes, I'll be giving out free samples of it. But,
I got 45 minutes at the food court.
Yeah, Linda, you're probably right. I'm going to get stuck next to a crying kid. I guarantee it. Either that or someone that really smells really bad, and that's going to be my downfall, man. Because my thing is with smells, I cannot do smells very good. I have a very, not a gag reflex, but when you smell something, it just kind of you get that, So that's what I'm worried about. So I got to bring some Noxzema or something just to stick it in my nostrils, just for safekeeping. And I'm going to hit up that bar and probably do a few shots of, or a few couple shots of scotch but see, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. That's kind of early to be drinking, I think.
Yeah, that's airports. That's like the only place where it's okay to get tanked at like 9 a.m. Yeah, nobody says shit. Hey, you should get some of that stuff they had at the beginning of Silence of the Lambs when they were checking a dead body. And
that's that Noxzema cold cream, whatever. Yeah.
Or you could just be a man and not worry about stuff smelling.
No, man. Like I said, I have my quirks, man. I got just like I know everybody's got quirk, but my quirk is it's not OCD because I don't like touching. Like when I go to the grocery store, I can't touch the carts, man, because a while back ago I saw this kid like digging for a fucking winner and then picked his ass and was licking his hand and licking the damn fucking
that's how you build up your immune system.
Yeah, I did that years ago. I'm an old man now, so my immune system is shot to hell, and I can't afford to get sick.
Fall down and break a hip.
Yeah, that's why. See, that's my biggest worry. That's why I'm doing. I don't drink milk because, again, I think I said this on a previous show. I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't drink milk. So my fucking calcium intake is pretty much zero. So that's what I'm stressing out about.
You're gonna break a bone, and then with all your weird quirks, you're gonna have no immune system, and they're gonna put you in a hospital, and you're gonna die of a cold.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
so
Vicks Vapor Rub. That's what it is.
Happy. Is that what that was?
Will be. Vicks, Vicks Vapor Rub.
I thought that was like an official thing or whatever. Hey, there's another one. There's that's what the hell was his name? Puts the notion in the basket. What was that guy's name? Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill.
It's with his Calumet City residence.
Yeah, no, that was not something. I think when we saw that movie, everybody we saw it at River Oaks Theater.
I was right there. River Oaks won, and they're like, and going to Calumet City, Illinois. What the fuck?
And everybody's looking around, screaming. That was fun. Fun shit. That was a good time. Not since the Blues Brothers was the last time I saw a movie there at that same theater. So good old Blues Brothers, River Oaks Theater. So what else?
What else do we got? I think I'm kind of glad Rob decided to tune in today. I think I'm about done with this. I don't want to say presidency or news or politics. It's very tough. It's just
the political scene.
I can't. I think I've had enough of the fucking everyday something. If it's not this big booby porn star he was giving money to silence, or the Russia probe, or who he's going to fire or he might fire, or what he's tweeting, or what the Democrats are going to do, or what it's think about it. It's been every day since the election.
Yeah, I stopped watching.
There's still news and shit going on, but I gotta take a break.
Yeah. No, see here, this was my thing here. I posted something a while back ago, had nothing to do with nothing, right? I just had a picture of a prop, and people were just so drawn on it. They didn't even read. So that's why I said, fuck it, man. People just want to be pissed. So, go ahead, be pissed, man. It's better to be happy and just say, fuck it, man. Cause it's not going to, one way or another, I'm going to go to bed tonight, no matter what, whoever does, wherever in the political world. Not going to affect me right away overnight. So I'm just going to, wake me up when it's over, shake me if you need me. And that's pretty much the way I feel now. If the shit hits the fan, then wake me up.
Well, you can't miss that. The shit hitting the fan. That's kind of be like, but there's a lot of other stupid shit that goes on that I'm not watching. And like we were talking before the show about like the goofy news, this fucking cord is really bothering me, and I'm cussing and. Man,
don't let the cord bother you, man.
I'm almost as upset as I was losing the goddamn Scrabble games too. Yeah. And it's not just I lost. I was getting crushed. It was embarrassing.
Crushed. That is embarrassing.
It got me right here, man. I'm
maybe
playing a damn game.
Watch some more PBS. Maybe that might get you a little smarter, maybe.
No, Rob, I don't admit the media is biased, for Christ's sake. What did I tell you, Rob? This isn't the time or the place. You're just bullshitting around. Just a couple of idiots talking.
So are you tired of winning, according to your brother? Are you tired of
winning? My brother's being a regular comedian. Hey, speaking of my brother, who's in Texas, you see those bombs in Texas?
You know what? I didn't get the full story because, like I said, I don't even watch the news anymore. I don't even check, my phone for news. So there were some bombs.
Let me pull it up on the Google machine here. 4 mysterious explosions in Austin this month have killed 2 people and wounded 4 more. Excuse me. Police are still trying to determine if all of them are connected. So there's 4 fucking mysterious packages explode, and they're trying to figure out if it's connected. I don't know. I really harken back to what's that? The Untouchables. Mister, you forgot your bag.
Yeah.
And a little kid blows. Oh, now it's gonna fucking refresh on me. You son of a bitch! I've been waiting the whole damn thing.
Who are you refreshing?
I had the article all ready to chit chat about, and the fucking thing refreshed on me.
Yeah, no, I did not take any CSI courses, but I'm willing, or any. I actually I did
I'm
take some
pretty sure
FBI.
that I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they might be connected.
There might be a connection. I'm just hoping.
See.
I'm really hoping it's somebody like, I hope it's not like a school teacher that went rogue, and it's gonna be a veteran. That's pissed off at the world, and
March 2nd.
That's what I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
March 12th. So some dude's like leaving these packages around the home there, people's homes. And it's just blowing up. But this time on Sunday, the last one it was set off with a tripwire.
Yeah.
Because the first two were like pick them up and shake them and they blow up. But the last one on Sunday had a tripwire that somebody walked past and they got blowed up. Yeah. I got the thing. So there's like some nut out there. Yeah, I refreshed again. Sorry.
You're good I'm willing to bet. That, like, I haven't really taken any profile lessons or any courses on profiling, but definitely somebody in that area, and somebody who is, like I said, works in the public a lot and is just fed up. And this is what happens, so.
Maybe it's a mailman. Remember when they were all snapping?
Yeah, remember that's how they got the word postal. That's where the term postal came from, huh? Little trivia here. Spaniard always comes out with in a clinch with some education. You got to educate.
Oh, how about there's a better one. I don't know if it's better, if there's the right choice of words. The DC sniper. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I do. Remember
people
that.
People just like you going to get gas and like filling up your frickin' tank and zap, your head explodes. They had one woman, I remember, because that's when I was in that was in DC, and I was down in Norfolk at the time. Yeah, and some woman was sitting on a bench waiting for a bus, just kaboom, right in the chest. That's nuts. Shit.
It is. That's like I said on Friday. Even it's been happening. It's been happening for a long. It even happened. It happened in Austin back in the '60s with the sniper at the University of Texas.
Was that Austin?
I want to say it was Austin. Yeah, I'm sure whoever our historians out there.
My brother and all. Pretty sure somebody will correct me.
Yeah, but it's been going on forever. So, like I said, I'm getting to the point where I'm not even going out anymore. That's like I'm really dreading this trip. Well, I'll be appearing at the Hilton. I'll be appearing Wednesday night at the Copacabana Lounge at the Hilton in Minneapolis, St. Paul.
That's where me and you differ. I mean, not that I'm Johnny Social going out all the time. Hey, check me out. I'm at the club or whatever. But I don't even shit like that. I don't even think about that stuff. Like on fucking planes, people are going on planes, and I'm like, well, hope you don't crash. And don't say that. I'm like, yeah. Why? Because me saying that is going to affect your jet engines that I've never seen or touched. You're going to jinx me. But my next note here that doesn't wrap up or doesn't segue anyway, but had to do with my terrible bracket and with being pissed about the left wing liberal media fake news and being that was a special for Rob. And there was and the not to mention the crazy world we live in, and people blowing up and being shot and whatever. But the only thing I can say is that it's closing in on the end of March, and I know you're not much of a sportsman or a sport fan, but thank God for baseball. That's all I have to say.
Well, yeah. Baseball is right around the corner.
If there's one thing that one line from a movie that I love that'll bring a tear to my good eye is when James Earl Jones there in Field of Dreams, when he talks about look it up on YouTube. America's been built up in a race like a blackboard and built up again, and the one constant has been baseball.
Yeah,
that's great. It's choking me up now just thinking about it.
Yeah. I didn't see that movie.
You don't have to. You didn't see Field of Dreams?
No, I wasn't allowed to.
Oh, for God's sakes!
It's too sensitive.
I know.
It's on my hit list, though. It's on there.
Might need a new co-host here.
We're going to take applications here.
It's on my list. It's been out since it fucking came out when we were in high school.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just never got into that. I mean, for one, I didn't like. Not a big fan of Costner. I mean,
Jesus!
I guess that's.
You sound like I got a woman at the place I worked at a few years ago, or the location I was at. I've been with the same company for 20 years. You sound like this woman. You don't sound like a woman. You sound like this woman. You remind me of her.
Okay.
Her thing was.
Gotcha.
She had never seen Rocky. Okay.
Oh, now see, that's sacrilegious right there.
Now stick with me. She had never seen Rocky. There's Rocky 2 and Rocky 5. I said, no, fuck all them. I said, I'm talking about the first one, the one that won Best Picture. Right. I'm like, Rocky, the original. No, I don't like it. I'm not going to like it because I don't like Sylvester Stallone. Because when he talks, he sounds like he's like just a big, dumb, like, meathead. And I'm like, that's what he is. I'm like, that's the character.
That's who Rocky is.
He was a leg breaker for a loan shark and like a guy taking bets down at the docks. I'm like, that's what he was.
And fighting Rico Spider and beating him.
That's right. See, that's right. Oh, see, at least you saw Rocky. So you've redeemed yourself a little bit there.
Right.
Yeah, but I couldn't believe it. I don't like that guy. I don't like Mel Gibson, so I'm not going to watch a movie. I don't like him, so I don't like Denzel, so I'm not going to watch one of his movies. Get over it. Not you.
Well, you got to be like that.
That's me complaining to the general public. Now you've got me ranting about nothing. This was supposed to be about
Yes, that's good. I was hoping you would rant. I love your rants. This is what makes your show. The rant. Here it comes. It took you a little while. This is good. This is good. But yeah.
What's right? It wasn't about not necessarily about the Black Sox. It was about the guy and his dad, Rob Szymanski.
I thought it was about this guy.
Don't give away spoilers. Don't give away spoilers to the movie from 1989 when George Bush the elder was in office.
Interpretation of the preview. When I first saw the preview for it, I thought it was about a guy who bought some land, he got screwed over, and he said, "Fuck it, I'm going to build a baseball field." That was how. When I first saw the preview, I'm like, God, this is stupid. I ain't going to watch this. And I guess I never did. I never came around to watching it. Same thing with Annie. I thought Annie was an Academy Award winning play and whatnot. And Annie, I'm not big into musicals, but I never saw Annie, the musical.
That's a musical. Musicals don't count.
Still, they do if
it's a hard knock
living
life
in a household.
For us. It's a hard knock life for us. That one. That's the only one I know. I remember that
one that was kind of emulated. It was called Rotten Annie or something like that, Dirty Annie. But it was.
So was Daddy Warbucks giving it to her, or who was?
Daddy Warbucks. Yeah.
Who was the? Did they still have the racist Punjab guy with the turban?
No.
That was the.
There was a guy with the turban.
Give guys the judo chops and protector, the bodyguard. Yes. What was his name? Where's my brother at when I need him?
Come on. There's got to be.
He's got to know that
somebody
name.
Who watched that.
This is one of the few movies that's acceptable to cry during. My brother says it's one of the few movies to accept. Oh,
that's Annie.
No, I didn't think he's talking about Field of Dreams. My first thought was he was talking about Annie.
He was talking about Annie.
He probably was.
You got a sensitive brother, man. You got a sensitive brother.
You should see him when he's watching The Wiz.
Oh no shit, huh?
He's on down the road. I've just got the musicals going today.
You are. In fact, there's going to be a musical April 1st, I think, on NBC. They're going to do Jesus Christ Superstar. Andrew Lloyd Webber is.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Superstar. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it on video, or I've never seen it in person, but it's pretty good. I'm not going to give it away what happens at the end, but I mean, it's supposed to be pretty entertaining. So I don't know, music. Been around.
Do they nail him to a cross?
That's right. I don't want to give it away. I just don't want to give it away. You just use your imagination. I'm sure you've heard stories, but yeah, that's
okay. We're gonna
October 1st.
We're gonna do a new version of Ogre and Tony rank things.
Okay, all right. Here we go.
Here's the trick. You got a pen or something? Are we prepared this time?
I am.
Okay, you got a pen. Ready. Okay. I want you to draw a picture of a cabbage eating a tomato while it's riding on a unicycle on a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
No, I don't want you to do that. Here's the thing. Pay attention. Stop drawing the cabbage.
I'm paying attention. All right.
Okay.
It was going to be a good one too. This is good.
No, but I need you to write these down for real.
Okay.
Okay. Going to the beach.
Okay.
Beach. Jogging. Fishing.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Snowmobiling.
Okay.
And bike riding.
Oh, man.
Okay. Are you with me so far?
I am with you.
Now, here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
Yeah. I want you to imagine how I would rank those from my least favorite thing to do to the most favorite out of those five. Least favorite is 1, most favorite is 5. This is Tony
5.
looking into Ogre's psyche.
All right. So we're actually going to do some profiling.
Yeah, your profiling classes that you didn't take in the FBI that you weren't in.
Yeah. Let's see. That's going to be. No, I'm going to see that one. Then this one.
Take your time. Once again, for those playing at home, it's going to the beach, jogging, fishing, snowmobiling, and bike riding.
I got
it. These are actual activities which I have done. I know that might come as a shock to some people, but
all right, I got it. I think I got this. I don't know. We'll see. So you want me to go ahead and start off with my number 5?
Start with the one start with 5, the one I hate the least.
You hate the least. So this is something you like the most. So I put down, out of that, if you like the least, okay, I put snowmobiling is your most attractive activity ranking. So I put that at number 5.
Snowmobiling snowmobiling is number 4 for me.
Okay, close. Yeah. See, I got number 4 of fishing.
You have those two reversed.
Okay. See, all right. I see. I this is what I did here.
Fishing out of this group of 5 things. Fishing would be, if you said, hey, Ogre, you want to go snowmobiling or fishing? I'd say, let's go fishing.
Fishing. Well, good to know because, all right. So you're an angler. That's good.
Now,
all right, so
right in the middle.
Right in the 3. This is where the physical activity starts to show its face.
Somebody's thinking.
So I know this for me as well because bike riding is a pain in the ass, literally a pain in the ass. So I put number 3 of bike riding.
You are 100% correct. That's I have number 3, and it's also for the pain in the ass area region.
The prostate. Yeah, I can't do it because I go numb.
Prostate.
Everything goes numb.
I think you need to adjust your seat if your prostate.
Maybe I should go take it. There's a place by my house that will take a look at your seat.
You might want to change the angle on it to bring it down.
Maybe. Okay, so it shouldn't be like this. Then, right?
No.
Right,
there you go.
Maybe that's why. But shit, yeah, no, I can't do it. I thought maybe because my testicles are too big and the spandex can't contain them. I like wearing spandex. All right, so I'm gonna go. No, I wear those tight ass pants with the pads in it. Looks good. Anyway, so we got that covered. We got number 3 down. So now I went with number 2. With the beach, running on the beach, or would you say running or walking on the beach?
No, just going to the beach.
Just going to the beach. Yeah, I put that at number 2 for you. Because it sounds like, and then number 1, of course, the least favorite thing to do is jog.
This will come as a surprise to everyone, I'm sure. I would rather jog 2 miles than take a trip to the beach.
Wow. See, I didn't know how to go with that. I was kind of torn.
I hate the beach. I loathe the beach.
Oh my God.
You get sand all in your ass. It's hot. And fucking
to me,
sun's
that
on you.
So good.
The sand's all hot. You got to jump across it or wear shoes, I guess. Plus, you got a bunch of. Plus, not to mention, you have all those other freaking beach people there sitting around, looking at you and getting in your way, making noises with their dumbass kids.
Oh yeah. See, you go to beaches that have kids. I don't. That's a big difference.
Dude, you got a private beach?
Just about, yeah. You have to come over to Indiana here one of these. Next time you're in Indiana in the
that's where the
summertime.
beach is. I don't go to. I don't go to Calumet Park at 95th Street. I go to, last time. That's how long ago as I've been at the beach. It was,
yeah, I've been there when I was a kid.
Like the dunes and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, but there's certain, crooks, what do you call them? Crooks, nooks and crannies along the lakeshore that you just take these side back roads, and you'll find beaches that aren't very popular that, you may have to walk a little bit to get to. But
yeah, but then you got dunes like collapse on you, like that kid they had to dig out that was trapped in there.
That's a urban legend. That doesn't happen.
It's not an urban legend. The kid was stuck.
You're not gonna. That is so strange. It is very strange how you brought this up, because a couple weeks ago, the work that I do, I had to go visit a veteran and at his home, and his daughter is a professor at Indiana University who wrote a book about that Mount Baldy collapsing. And I was like, man, this is crazy. So I'm going to have to read her book and check it out.
It sounds like a boring ass book.
It may sound boring, but I mean, it's
What is she a professor of? Geography.
Geology. Yeah, geology. Yeah. So I was pretty impressed. So I'm going to have to take a look at that, because that's it's right here in my backyard. I mean, Mount Baldy is not too far away, and I do run that beach every once in a while in my spandex. So you may see me if you see my hair just flopping in the wind with my red spandex shorts.
That's me. Sure I run in slow motion for real.
Yeah. Make sure you give me a wave, because I'm very sensitive when it comes to spandex.
Hey, nice spandex! Look at that guy. He's smuggling bananas.
That's me. Oh, thanks, man. I thought you were going to say little.
Well, I
but yeah, bananas will work.
I had nothing else to work with there. I was just, hey.
Golf beaches are dirty. I don't like golf beaches though.
Golf beaches, like the problem with a golf beach, Rob, is that you got to go down to like Alabama or Mississippi and deal with that bullshit. So who wants to do that crap? Ugh, pass.
Big sludge. Yeah.
Oh wait, why is Linda saying? Okay, Linda says, I said beach, I win. Do I get a free T-shirt? Yeah, you get one right after Steve gets one.
Yeah.
Right after Steve gets a T-shirt, Linda is number 2.
She didn't say. She said, "What did she win?" Oh, she does get it. Yeah.
And she said she wants it. She wants it. Everybody now we got people. People are just like making up their own prizes on this. Everybody wants T-shirts that we should have, but we get those hot off the press by around 2021.
We'll get there, because I've been looking. If in fact, I need suggestions, because I started looking around, and I for one T-shirt from one company was going to charge me $37 without shipping. That was just for the price of one shirt. I'm like,
for one shirt.
One shirt. So yeah, I'm definitely going to Walmart. I'm going to buy a shitload of Hanes, like 5-pack for $4, and I'm going to make my own shirts.
What was that? Then there was like we got to find a tees and things. And one of those in Cal City. It was the old tees and things. You go up there and get like 5 of them printed out for your stupid Park League volleyball team or whatever.
Or your church reunion choir.
We're the quadrangulars. Whatever. Whatever. All right, let's wrap this up. I got shit to do. I got to go spank one out and call it a night. What is it?
I did that already, so I'm good.
Oh, hey. You get that in early? I like to top the night off with it, just sort of drift off to sleep.
I got it, I start off my day, man. You gotta the Wolf of Wall Street, that scene. You gotta, you gotta get yourself pumped.
I don't know.
You gotta masturbate.
I get a little sleepy after that. I got to go to work. I do that first thing in the morning. But anyway,
do you do it at work?
No, we've gone over this. You can't do that. Can't do that stuff at work. They tend to frown at you. You could. I mean, there's people that are like,
I like to live
screwing at work. I don't.
So
I like to live with a roof over my head.
If I come to visit you and I step away for a while, you'll know why. That's my thing.
Stop.
Yeah. Oh no, grunt style, man. Those guys are, man. Yeah, I saw that episode, or that not episode, but I saw that when he was on the news. Yeah, he started a T-shirt company out of his trunk of his car, and man, they're doing fantastic. But that takes a lot of discipline. I don't have.
Yeah, that's too much like work. That's like, what's his face?
A lot of work, man.
Phil, like you could be like Phil Knight and make you sell shoes out of your trunk, but I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
Who's got time to do that?
We are going to get there. There is a couple companies I'm working with. I just got to narrow it down, but we will have a store, a BlackSheep Bravo store coming soon. So it's it's in the process. So yeah, and
that'll
thongs,
be fun.
shirts and thongs,
thongs and banana hammocks.
And banana hammocks. There you go. Get your BlackSheep Bravo banana hammock.
Banana hammock.
Now. Pre-order it.
All right.
Operators are
Where are we?
by.
What's today? March 19th. Today is March 19th. It is St. Joseph's Day.
Ooh, St. Joseph. No, St. Joseph.
So happy St. Joseph's Day. I don't know. Italians or something.
Oh.
No, it's an Italian.
Speaking of which, yes, Cal City, right? Cal City. I heard that St. Did you go to a Catholic school?
There's not many Italians left there either.
No, but I'm saying that I guess St. Victor's is going to be closing soon. I think out in Calumet City. And,
yeah,
it might be closed already. I don't know, but
it might be. Yes, it is. That was they were originally.
Yeah.
Back in like the 30s or whatever. That was. I think that was the Italian church.
I think the Roman Catholics are dying breed. Man, I don't know.
I like it. Yeah, they're consolidating all the schools. You know what else is? You know what else is March 19th? You'll like this one.
All right, let me think. March 19th. No, I have no clue. Well, I will like it.
It's the return of the swallow.
The bird.
Yes.
Nice.
Capistrano or wherever the hell that's at. That's right. That's March 19th is the on or around March 19th, but March 19th is marked as the return of the swallow. I just thought that was pretty funny because
convenient.
I'm sick. Yes.
Yeah. It's nice.
What's happening? Why is the chat going on? Okay, there we go. Get rid of it. All right, today in history. We do need some more music. We need our intern.
I know. I'm working on that.
Leho Folk needs to work on that. Gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein. You know what I heard on the radio?
What?
Coming home from work? Abacab.
Oh,
by Genesis. And for some reason, I was like, this song's better than I thought it was. I usually dislike Phil Collins just because he got all lame and sappy later on in the years and stuff. But anyway, I digress.
It's okay. Abacab it is.
Abacab. I don't even know the words. 1279. In 1279 A.D., the Mongol victory at the Battle of Yamen ends the Song dynasty in China. That happened today in 1279.
Very nice.
So there you go. And now we get the big jump, or else we'd be here for 3 hours. In 1918, the United States Congress approves time zones and daylight savings time. There you go. 100 years since we've had time zones. Oh, there they are. Dun-da-da.
The Mongols.
There they are. In 1931, gambling is legalized in Nevada.
Uh-huh.
For those of you that like to gamble. In 1943, Frank Nitti committed suicide. You know Frank Nitti?
So they say. I know, it's from the Tuskers.
In 1962, March 19th, Bob Dylan released his first album. In 1966,
Never a fan of Bob Dylan, but yeah.
Well, he has his merits and his
right.
what's the word I'm looking for? His contributions. So there you go.
No,
in 1966, going back to college basketball, Texas Western, which I think is now UTEP, Texas Western becomes the first college team to win the NCAA basketball tournament with an all-black starting five.
I am about to share that right here real quick. Let me just boom. There we go. 1966.
1966. So up until that point, it was frowned upon, or they assumed that you couldn't have more than like 2 or 3 black dudes out there playing.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like the thing with NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Through the years.
Right.
Yeah, there they are. There's Texas Western. Those dudes got some cool. That guy's got some cool glasses.
Got number 30.
Yeah.
Number 54.
Both of them. How come these cats are like, how come these guys, how come everybody in old pictures looks like they're like 10 years older? These guys are in college, so they're like 19, 20, 21. They look like they're 30.
So you think. That's maybe they are 40 something. Who knows? Maybe those were the ringers back at the Texas Western at that time. These were the ringers.
Oh, they beat Kentucky, and on that Kentucky team was Jesus, not Phil Jackson, the other guy, the guy who coached the Lakers. Shit. Who's the guy who coached the Lakers that had the hair slicked back in the 80s, Magic Johnson?
Oh, yeah. You're talking about.
Then he went to Pat Riley.
Yes.
Pat Riley was a young guy on the Kentucky team there. Anyway, moving on. Last one for today in history. In 1982, Argentine forces land in the Falklands, which started the Argentine United Kingdom Falklands War, if you remember from our youth.
World Civilization class, I remember.
That's right.
Yeah.
Born today, born on March 19th, in 1848, Wyatt Earp.
Oh, there we go. Another tribute, yes.
In 1891, Earl Warren was born. Earl Warren.
Ooh. Okay, significance.
The Warren Commission. JFK.
Yeah, ooh.
He was
getting there. Yep.
Warren Commission. He was the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
Yes. Okay.
In 1905 on March 19th, Albert Speer was born. I don't know why I put that was Hitler's architect. I don't know why I pulled him out.
Oh, that's still good. That's good. Good info. Good info.
In 1947, Glenn Close was born.
Oh yeah.
Remember when Glenn Close was considered a sex symbol?
Yeah. I know
that was a very short window, but very small window. But there was, believe it or not, for any of you young kids out there, Glenn Close was considered a sex symbol for about a season, I think. In 1952, Harvey Weinstein was born on March 19th. One of your favorite guys.
Yeah.
And in 1955. Bruce Willis was born.
Wow, he's another icon too, man.
And three quick deaths here, and then we'll wrap it up. In 1982, Randy Rhoads died.
Yo, that's from Ozzy Osbourne.
The guitar player, Randy Rhoads. So let that be a lesson to you kids out there. Don't get in a little single-engine prop airplane and let a guy fly who's snorted about 2 ounces of coke and let him get behind the controls of the airplane there for you. That's always a bad idea. No good comes out of that. In 2005, what?
No, I was gonna say I'm never gonna go on those planes. Never.
Oh no.
Yeah.
In 2005, John DeLorean died. Speaking of coke.
Yeah, another one.
And speaking of, I don't know what, in 2008, Arthur C. Clarke died, author of 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of that, there was one news tidbit, just real quick, that I saw about how before Stephen Hawking's, before he passed away here just recently, 2 weeks ago, he predicted that the end of time was supposed to be happening here pretty soon. I have to look that up. Well, I'll bring that up on Friday just to kind of, because I just saw it. I saw the
Stephen Hawking wasn't a gypsy. Why is he predicting end of days?
I don't know. Maybe he got a little fucked up and said, you know what? I know I'm going out. I'm gonna fuck with these people before I leave. I predicted. So
Speaking of predictions, I saw an idiot on the interweb there that says he bet his tax refund that the Cincinnati Reds would win the World Series, and he said all $5,200 of it. And I replied back to him, and he got mad, and I think he defriended me because I said, "What kind of a loser gets a tax return of $5,200?" I said, "What'd you make last year? 19.5?" And then I think it went dark.
You know, it's a good one when it goes dark. That's just words to live by. You know, you did a good job when it goes dark. Yeah, that's a T-shirt right there in itself. That's another one we're gonna have to create.
All right, that's since we were late, as people like to point out, you jerkwads, because they are very upset that we don't start exactly at 7:00 for their free hour of bullshit.
Yes, this is it. We're coming at you free.
59 and a half minutes of free, stupid bullshit to take your mind off of things. And for those of you that are new, that are confused on the motivation part, I'm not here to motivate you like Tony Robbins. I'm here to or Zig Ziglar. Look him up if you don't know who Zig Ziglar is. I'm here to motivate you in a different way, and that's up for you to decide.
Interpretation.
That's right. It's open to interpretation.
To use your mind.
And if you don't like my interpretation, as I pull my socks up here, I'm not playing with myself yet. As if you don't like my interpretation of things, once again, you didn't pay anything for this, and nobody's holding a gun to your head.
But thank you for watching, though.
Yeah, but thanks for watching, and share our page. Please and tell your friends.
Yeah, because next week we're actually
fuck yourself.
Next week we're going to have more props and music and everything. So hopefully it'll be more, more substance. That's the comments we've been getting in the past about more props like Doc, his thing. So. Yeah, we did a couple sharing some information here today, so that was good. That was a good one.
we need some more props. Are we still on the air?
Yeah, we are still on. So yes, so there we go. Another Monday, like Ogre has said, and let me see, what do we got going on this week? Well, this week, I think Wednesday, I may have my first guest for a new show called BlackSheep Bravo, hosted by myself. I will be interviewing people across the country, unique people with their stories. So this first one, I have to confirm it. So hopefully Wednesday, keep an eye open. It'll be here on Facebook Live. That's Recon Bravo. It'll be at 7:00 as well. And then Friday coming up, we have our Friday Roundtable show every Friday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. So keep an eye open for that. And thanks again. Any final thoughts before we sign off, Ogre? It's a trap.
Springtime's a coming. It's a trap. And you always catch me at the wrong time with these things when I'm thinking of what to say, and then you say something, and then I'm like, oh shit, what was I thinking that I was just supposed to say? I forgot. Oh, hey, you forgot to plug Devil Dog's show there.
Oh, of course. That's after Friday. Comes Sunday, and Sunday you will be able to see a new edition of it'll be episode 6 of Behind a Thin Blue Line with the Devil Dog. So that's interesting stuff. It's very heartwarming. It's a sincere show. So if you get a chance, check them out on Sundays. It's on our YouTube channel, and of course
it's
we'll
a tearjerker
here. Yeah, good stuff. Very good stuff.
Lost track of what episode we're on here, but apparently if we need props and shit, I don't know what we're talking about.
I'll give them props. I'll give them props.
Get a Ray Rayner hat or something. That'll be some kind of props. All right, people.
I'm going to go to the Lion's Den and load up on props.
Oh, gross. That's all we need. Check this out.
Yeah.
So there you go. To the party. All right, people.
Everybody.
Take
Happy
it easy.
Monday.
Don't sweat the small stuff. We'll see you next week.
Fucking A. Spaniard out.